What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to part number 2 of our OU session. Last time we got a victory, and it was interesting. We both had some weird teams. I've got a weird team. I don't know what else to say. Before we get started today, though, as we are about to accept this person's challenge right here, if you guys have not done so already and you would like to show some support to the channel in this series, all you gotta do is click that thumbs up button right below this video. It does really help out a lot. That is why I mention it at the beginning of every single video. And also, I always encourage you guys to also... Oh, the challenge got canceled. That is interesting. I gotta tell him the challenge again. It canceled. There we go. Not sure why that happened. Anyway, I always encourage you guys to make sure you're leaving a comment on every not on every video. Make sure you're leaving a comment just in general. Let me know what you're thinking. Give me some feedback. Give me some criticism. Tell me I stink. Tell me I'm cool. Tell me I am an alien. Whatever you want to say. You know, I read all the comments, try to interact with you guys as much as possible, so let's accept this challenge and stop talking nonsense. Oh, the challenge was canceled again. Not sure why it's doing that. Yeah, not sure why it's doing that at all. I keep trying to accept, and it keeps... Okay, there we go. We're gonna try it again. Don't cancel. Thank you. Okay, he's got a pretty cool team here. We got Mew, Rotom, Heat, Vaporeon, Mamoswine, Gardevoir, and Scizor. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool. He's got some UU Pokemon there, as do I. Actually, I just have one. Alakazam is, but Mega-Alakazam is actually BL, so that is the thing. Now, leads. Maybe the Mew, maybe the Rotom, maybe even this if it's packing the Stealth Rocks. It depends on what this, this set is. Huh. This is probably Mega. Maybe this is Choice Band. If that's the case, he may lead off with that to see what I'm going to do. Very, 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 very possible. So I think... Does he have anything with Defog? I don't know. Does Mew get Defog? I feel like it does. I guess from Gen 4 it would as an HM. Yeah, we're going to lead off with the Mamoswine, try to get some rocks going. He's going to lead off with his Rotom Heat. That is an okay matchup. He can just go for Overheats. I do have my Focus Sash and Thick Fat, though. So I think we're going to go for the Stealth Rock. He stays in to go for the Will-O-Wisp. That stinks because our Focus Sash is broken. I don't like that. We do have the Heal Bell with Ego here. So we may have to get that going at some point. We may just have to get that going. So we're going to go into Ego here, even though we're weak to his electric type stab. That's just what we're doing. I want to get that Heal Bell off as soon as possible. I don't want this Mamoswine out of this match because we can do some things. I mean, granted, not really. Look at his team. He has nothing weak to either of my stabs. What am I talking about? He is going to switch into the Mew, which tells me that's got to be his Defogger. I'm going to go for the Heal Ball right here. He may just go for the Defog. If that's the case, yep. He's got the Defog. So this is, I don't know. Is this especially defensive? Physically defensive? Mew can do so many different things. The most common thing that I've seen run on it is like Stall Breaker Mew with, whatchamacallit, Taunt and Knockoff and things like that. Not really Defog so much. We can see how much Air Slash does. At this point, this is where I really wish I had Toxic, because the only thing he has immune to it is this, and he may switch that in right now. I'm just going to go for the Air Slash, though. No, he's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, maybe predicting me to switch out. We get a crit, which does a decent chunk. I'm going to go for the Air Slash again. As he goes for the Taunt, predicting the Heal Bell, that is a nice chunk. He's probably got recovery, though. Let's be real here, and he has to go for it here. So let's see. What would be the good choice? What would be a good choice? Will-O-Wisp, Taunt, Defog, Knockoff maybe, or recovery. I don't know. Let's go for an Air Slash again. No, he's gonna switch out into the Rotom. And we missed the Air Slash, so that doesn't matter. That just doesn't do anything for us. So, wait. Mew has the Will-O-Wisp, and then the Rotom has the Will-O-Wisp. Okay, I'm not seeing things. There's a couple of things that have Will-O-Wisp here. Interestingly enough. Maybe I should have been packing the Lumberry on the Gyarados here. That would be interesting. Not interesting, but that might be a good way of avoiding a situation like this. Let us see here. Unfortunately, this thing outspeeds Mamoswine. Not that I can really touch it. This thing kind of just... Yeah, this thing kind of just poops on my team. I'm going to go out into the Arcanine here because I need to start trying to get some damage on this thing. It's unfortunate because that Vaporeon has the Wish too, I'm guessing. And yeah, it's just he can pass that into this Rotom, and I'm just not going to be happy about it. He does go for the Willow again. He just wants to spread burns on my entire team. He's just hell-bent on having things burned. We may see the Vaporeon come in here. We know for sure that these first three Pokemon are not switching in. How much does this Mew have left? 50%. He's probably not going to switch that in either. Let's go for the Extreme Speed. He stays in. That only does 14%. 14%? Are you kidding me? I have nothing else to hit this. Other than... Wow, that is crazy. 14%. I know I'm uninvested, but is that like completely physically defensive? I mean, he's got the Willow, so maybe he is. Maybe he is. I don't really have much for this. Alright, I guess we got to go out into Spooner here. He's going to go for the Willow, and it misses. It doesn't really matter. I guess he obviously predicted a switch. I don't know what into he was predicting. Maybe the Mamoswine. But I can't touch him with anything. I don't pack the Stone Edge, so there's no reason for me to do that. Let's see. What are you going to want to switch in on this? I think I'm just going to go for the Psyshock either way. We need to start trying to get some damage. We definitely do. Definitely do. Come on, Spooner. We need you to put in some work right here. We're falling behind the 8-ball a little bit. We don't have Rocks up. No kinds of hazards are on my opponent's side of the field. I've taken a bunch of damage. I don't have a Focus Sash on my Mamoswine. This is just not looking so great. I mean, we did get that Mew down to 50%, which is nice because it's a problem, but we still haven't seen its final move. Some of them run knockoff. If he has a recovery move, that is going to just... That's going to be incredibly difficult to kill. The Vaporeon's going to come out here as we Mega Evolve and get off a Psyshock, which does 50%. Ouch. We may see him switch out here. I don't know. I don't want to show him that I have the Shadow Ball yet. I mean, a lot of these carry it anyway, but I don't really want to show him that. He may just try to Toxic me because I traced his Water Absorb. So yeah, we're going to go for the Psyshock again. I really don't see any reason not to. Spooner, you need to come through for us here, buddy. I can't believe we did that much damage to this thing. He's just going to protect for more lefties, or I guess to see what I'm going to do. I don't really know, but I'm just going to keep Psyshocking. You would have to switch in Scizor or something. And, I mean, or switch in the Gardevoir. Well, no, Gardevoir has crap for physical defense. I guess the Scizor would be your best switch. I'm not going to one-shot you with the Psyshock. It's just not happening. Yeah, the Scizor is going to come in, and it takes 30% to that somehow. Somehow it takes 30%. Now, the question is, are you going to go for a Bug-type move? Because I can Protect, disable that. Let's go for the Protect here. See what he goes for. He does go for the U-turn. I think he's banded. Yeah, because he's not Mega. This Gardevoir is. Yeah, I'm going to disable you. And then you're going to have to struggle if you don't switch here. Nope, he predicts that and goes into the Mamoswine. Good play. Good play. He saw that Protect and he was like, you know what, you probably got to disable. Knowing me, he's probably like, yep, that is exactly what you're going to do. Now, this thing can one-shot us, I'm pretty sure, because our defense is absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. We could take this opportunity to go into our Gyarados, and that's what I'm really leaning towards. I'm really leaning towards that, especially if he wants to go for Rocks here, or EQ. Either or would be fine with me. We're going to do it. And I am packing the Moxie on the Gyarados. I didn't explain that in the last episode. No, he goes for the Icicle Crash, predicting the Gyarados switch in. Not bad. Not bad. Now, I am running Adamant, so if he's Jolly max speed, he outspeeds us. I don't think he's one-shotting, so I guess, are we going to set up a Dragon Dance? Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's worth it, because then this comes in. Yeah, and if he does outspeed, he can get us into a range where Ice Shard might kill anyway. So let's just go for the Waterfall. He does outspeed. Oh, and he gets max damage. Okay. What did he get the first time? 50% to 55%. That is really unfortunate. Not gonna lie. Very, very unfortunate. We can go into Frank here to get the Intimidate off, but I'm pretty sure an EQ still kills us. Went for the Icicle Crash twice. Maybe he's like choice in some way? I don't know what way that would be, but maybe he is. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of want to go into... Let's see, this puts me in a tough spot. This thing is a problem. This thing is a big problem. Let's go into our Scizor here. And do I go for the knockoff? Because he's not going to switch in his Gardevoir on this. So I guess we can go for a knockoff. Part of me wants to say that... No, you know what? We need to go for the U-turn. He goes for the knockoff himself, so there goes our choice band. As we deal a butt ton of damage to him, so he's not choiced in any way. Knockoff Mamoswine? Really? Is that what we're doing? Well, now we can finish you off. You can't kill us with an Ice Shard. So... let's see. He may predict that. I'm going to go for the Protect here. As he switches out into the Rotom Heat. Alright, fair enough. Because what I was going to try to do there was disable that Ice Shard. Because I don't want him hitting me for anything. He's getting a lot of switches off here. I'm going to go for the Psyshock. That does 46%. As he gets a T-Bolt off, it does 50. Thankfully, no paralysis. And this Rotom is going to go down here. Which would be the best case scenario for me. Yeah, goodbye, because that thing just really poops on my team. And I guess he could afford to have it go down there because the Gyarados is gone. And he really needed it for that. I mean, I guess to be fair... Oh, he uses this opportunity to go into Gardevoir. I'm not sure what the point of that was. Maybe... What were you baiting for me to go into? Let's see here. Let's see here. What were you baiting, good sir? I don't know. I'm confused about that play. I feel... Oh, he's got the Thick Fat because I have the Thick Fat. Oh yeah, I traced it from the Mamoswine and then he traced it from me. It's just a big... it's a big trace fest. I'm going to Protect here, see what you're going to go for. You're going to Mega Evolve, and if you have the Shadow Ball, that's what you're going to do. I'm really hoping you don't have the Calm Mind. That would be really unfortunate. Yeah, not looking forward to that. Thankfully, we do have Scizor, which can keep this in check, so I don't know why you'd want to set that up. He's going to go for the Shadow Ball here, and I am going to disable that. No more Shadow Ball for you. And he went for it, so... This is actually working out. Protect, Disable, Mega-Alakazam is actually working out. I've seen it run with Encore, which is just a disaster waiting to happen, but you only can run one attacking move. And Psychic is a terrible offensive typing. It just gets walled by a lot of things. They're going to go for the Shadow Ball here. You don't have much of a switch in for that. He's going to switch into Mew. That just dies, so he does not have a Defogger anymore. We need to keep that in mind, although... The main reason I wanted Rocks up in the first place was for that Rotom Heat, so it couldn't just Volt Switch all over the place without taking major damage. The Scizor is going to come in now. Pretty sure this is banded, so I'm going to Protect. He goes for the Bullet Punch. Alright, well that doesn't help us at all. We're going to go into Arcanine here. We can get an Intimidate off, we can get some Rocky Helmet damage off. And that's just going to be a good time. He's going to switch into the Vaporeon. That is a good switch on his part. That was a good play. That was a good play indeed. What we can do... Oh, is it worth it? Are you going to go for a Scald? What else could you possibly do other than Toxic? We're going to switch into Spooner here to try to get some action going on. Yep, he goes for it. We get some of our health back. That is beautiful. Spooner is putting in so much work. It's insane. It is absolutely insane. Now, are you going to switch something else in here? I feel like one of these two is going to come in. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. I don't think he wants to take a lot of damage on this. He goes for the Protect to get more lefties, and I guess scout what I'm going to do. Fair enough. I'm going to go for, let's see. Is a Shadow Ball and a Psyshock enough to kill this thing with Protect Stall? Probably not, but we need to go for it anyway. We need to just go for the Shadow Balls. We have to try to get some damage on that Gardevoir / Scizor. Because if it's Choice Banded, if that Scizor is Choice Banded, I would not be surprised to see it do 75%. Oh my goodness, how does he survive with that much HP? That is ridiculous. Alright, if he has rocks, this would be a really great time to go for it. Really, really great time. I really don't have much of a switch in either, because I think my Mamoswine dies to an EQ, Ego dies to an Icicle Crash, Frank dies to an EQ, and I'm pretty sure Scizor either dies or comes really close to dying to an EQ. I mean, it says 67%. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to live that. We do outspeed, though, so he has to go for Icicle Crash. Or not Icicle Crash, Ice Shard. Or Rocks. It's one or the other. So I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball, I guess. He does go for the Ice Shard. That does 38%. I should have... Well, no, I guess it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. The Scizor is going to come in now. Going to Protect. And he's going to Bullet Punch. Alright. And the reason I'm doing this, even though he's Choice Banded and that's pretty much what he's going to do, I want him to lock himself into a move first before I make a move myself. Because that way you know for sure what's going on. And this could come back in very easily. So we're going to go back into Frank here. He may double out into the Vaporeon. We're going to get Intimidate off. No, he's just going to go for the Bullet Punch. And we actually deal more damage to the Scizor than it did to us, so that's cool. Now the question is, do we go for a Morning Sun? He's not going to leave it in, I don't think. I don't think he wants to sacrifice this because then he doesn't have any priority and he needs the Scizor for Togekiss and for Mamoswine to finish it off. Kind of want to just go for a Willow, predicting this to come in, get some damage on it, or get some residual damage going. Yeah, we're going to go for the Willow. He's going to switch out into the Gardevoir. That was, I guess, a better play. And he traces the Intimidate as we get the burn going. I think you can just one-shot us with a Psychic, if I'm not mistaken. Because I'm not invested in my special defense. Mega Gardevoir is super duper powerful. I am afraid of it. Do we need this for anything? We kind of need it for the Scizor, to be fair. Do I need Tusks? Not really. Tusks is looking like the least valuable member at this point. Yeah, it's looking like the least valuable member. So we're going to go into Tusks here. As we see the Shadow Ball, maybe predicting Alakazam to come in? I don't really know. That does 45%, even though it's not Stab. And this thing is not Mega Evolving. Are you Scarfed? We're both base 80 speed, I'm pretty sure. I'm max speed. Is it worth chancing a speed tie? I don't think it is. We didn't see lefties, right? Nope, I don't see any lefties. I don't see any life orbs, so we are going to go for an Ice Shard here. 39% on an Ice Shard. That's crazy. He's going to finish off with the Shadow Ball, take more burn damage. We can definitely come in here with Frank and get an extreme speed off. Or we can come in with Tinsect and get a Bullet Punch. I guess either or is an option. Either or. So I guess we'll go into the Tinsect here. Kind of want to go for a quick attack, predicting this to come out. Bullet Punch is very, very obvious. But this thing outspeeds me, and I don't want it dealing a butt ton of damage. I think he's just going to sack it. So we're going to go for the quick attack. The off chance this wants to come in, and we can just deal some damage to it. We'll see what he wants to do. No, he goes into his own Scizor to take the attack. Fair enough. Then, if that's how you want to do it, we're going to go into Frank here, because really the last reason that we need this Frank is this Scizor. It's really it. He goes for the superpower, gets a crit. That is really unfortunate, because Frank was definitely going to live that -1 attack. Are you kidding me? He was definitely going to live that. And he gets to keep this thing. This is not good. Now we don't have any priority other than Bullet Punch, and he's got 2 Pokemon that resist it. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. One bit. We can go into our own Tinsect here and U-turn. I don't know that he's going to want to stay in and just keep going for superpowers. If he does stay in, we can go into Ego, which can definitely take it because it's a 4 times resist. If he wants to switch something else in, Gardevoir will die, and Vaporeon's not going to take that too well. What is it at right now? 82%? It's not going to kill, but it'll do a nice chunk. Part of me wants to also go, ooh, should I go for the knockoff? Knockoff will kill this thing. Knockoff will kill the Gardevoir. Knockoff will also get rid of Vaporeon's lefties. No, U-turn is the play. U-turn is the play to make here. That's what we're doing. He's thinking about his move. This is close. This is really close. He is going to switch in the Gardevoir here, which will die to the U-turn. So that's one less Pokemon that we got to deal with. In comes Spooner. And we can't trace anything. So now we're going to trace the Technician, which does not help us one bit. Go for the Protect. As we see the Bullet Punch, and now this is what stinks. We don't have a switch in, really. This is where having Frank here was really necessary, and that crit mattered for sure. I really hope that doesn't win him the match, that's the only reason, because, oops, because that just would really stink. Now, we kind of need Ego, kind of. Do we? Do we? We can't get any residual damage. Is it worth it? I don't know that it is. No, well, we can't do anything but Air Slash. We're gonna go into Tinsect. We're gonna go into the Tinsect. At least I have recovery on our Togekiss. We see the Bullet Punch. That doesn't do anywhere near enough. And we can go for a knockoff here. This might be a speed tie for both Bandit, both running the same speed investment. Or he might go first. Well, no, he's got Bullet Punch. Never mind. He's locked into it. So he's going to go first if he stays in. We'll see what he wants to do. If he wants to switch in the Vaporeon, that is perfectly fine by me because you're going to lose your lefties. No, he's going to just let this thing die. We see the Choice Band come off there. And he's saying GG, but I'm not running any speed investment. What is Vaporeon's speed? Let's check. 65. Pretty sure Scizor is the same. He's gonna outspeed us. I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's just go for the knockoff, I guess. No, we do outspeed him. Okay. So we're gonna knock off his lefties. He's gonna scald us. That's a dead Tinsect. This does put us in a good position where we can come in with Spooner and we can just Psyshock him. I think that is the game, though. Pretty sure. Yep, the Vaporeon's gonna go down, so that is gonna be a victory for us. Spooner put in so much work. It's just not even funny. It's ridiculous. Thankfully, that crit did not come back to bite us in the butt and cost us the match. I felt like it might have for a little bit there, but apparently Spooner is absolute power, especially against choice Pokemon. Just protect and you know, disable them, and it's all that good stuff. He's saying, oh, and now I know that Modest Scarf Gardevoir doesn't outspeed timid Mega-Alakazam. Need to change the nature. Yeah, Mega-Alakazam is just way too fast. It's insanity. It's like Mega Manectric and Mega Aerodactyl. Their speed is just absolutely insane. I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, I understand how Mega-Alakazam went down to BL in the first place. It's crazy good. Anyway, I'm not going to babble on too long. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This one took a little bit longer, but it was a good battle nonetheless. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all for part number 2. Or, this is part number 2. Part number 3. But until then, game on.